Are you looking for that big and beautiful display phone at an affordable $150 price? I have here a very good solution for you. This is my HOMTOM S9 Plus honest in-depth review. And for that $150 you get quite decent specs: a 5.99 inch 18:9 aspect ratio HD plus resolution display, octa-core chipset, 4 GB of onboard memory and 64 gigs of storage, which is expandable with a micro SD card slot. The phone is running Android 7 all Nougat in pretty much its stock version, without any bloatware, but with an icon pack that resembles Samsung TouchWiz. And inside the box you get a bonus very good plastic case for it, OTG cable, SIM tray pin, micro USB cable and a 20-watt fast charger to charge the 4050 mAh battery inside. And here is the phone in the flesh and out in the wild. As you can see, this is an 18:9 with very thin bezels on both sides, and it does have that front fingerprint scanner, which I know most of you really prefer on phones. And this is a 6-inch HD display. The rim on all sides is made out of solid metal, which gives the phone that very assuring solid feel in the hands. On the bottom you have the micro USB port, and on the top you have the 3.5mm headphone jack. And of course the main attraction of the phone is the glass back, which reflects very beautiful light. And because of that metal rim and the big battery, the phone is not very light at around 220 grams. HOMTOM have chosen to put the volume and power rocker on the left side, so if you're a lefty kind of person, this will be the perfect phone for you. But if you're a right-handed user, it will feel a little bit awkward, but you get used to it. The fingerprint scanner on the front is very fast, and it also has a few other features, like it can be used to navigate through menus and switch between your recent task list with a single swipe, which is something that a lot of phones are missing, and it's very convenient to use the phone with one hand this way. The phone does run the 64-bit version of Android 7 all Nougat without any bloatware, and it is a multi-language ROM with a lot of languages available, so great for importing. The phone does feature 4G LTE, and it comes with voice over LTE support. The 4G LTE bands on this phone, however, are limited. 4G will work in Asia and Europe, but if you're living in the US, Canada or South America, do check if your local operator supports the listed bands. Unfortunately, the phone does not have a gyroscope or compass sensor inside, but it does support mirror vision with dynamic contrast and blue light filter for reading. You can also change the navigation keys and even hide them when using the phone. And it does have a notification LED, which is not customizable, but it does light up in 3 different colors. And next up, it's check the sound quality of the speakers on this device. They're very loud, but they definitely lack bass. And now we're moving on to the performance segment of the HOMTOM S9 Plus, and first we'll start with the GPS test. The phone outside locks very fast and the GPS is very usable, so it's a good GPS device, but don't count on getting a good signal from inside your house in a short time. When it comes to benchmarks, the AnTuTu score is very reasonable for the MT6750T, and is what $120–$130 offer these days, on par with the Snapdragon 430 and 435. So each score is again very respectable at this price range. But what's about actual performance, and this is why you come here to Smartphone Wars, since I'm the only YouTuber doing reviews that actually shows you how fast the phone is loading apps, switching between apps and general daily driver usage. And as you can see, the HOMTOM S9 Plus is not the fastest phone around, but considering the very budget octa-core chip inside, it does perform actually very well because of the stock Android Nougat version inside, faster storage and faster RAM speeds than most phones in this price. Here it is, switching between, this is what you actually do in your daily life. Opening the camera, opening the browser, opening your social apps and switching between them, loading a few sites. The HOMTOM S9 Plus does not disappoint as a daily driver in my books, and is certainly a good choice for around the $130, $40 and even $150 range. What I was really surprised was that the RAM and multitasking was very well done on the HOMTOM S9 Plus. Having 15-16 apps open in the background and switching between them, the animations were very fluid, very fast, and the phone didn't reload any apps. So as I said, a very good daily driver experience from the HOMTOM S9 Plus at this budget price range. And of course, this is an Android Nougat phone and it does support screen recording and split screen multitasking, but you can't resize the windows. And next, I'll be moving on to some battery tests. How is the battery life on the HOMTOM S9 Plus? Well, pretty darn good if I have to say. Around 7 to 9 hours of screen on time if you're doing mostly browsing and media watching. If you're playing more games, it will be around 4 to 5 hours. What about charging? Well, for half an hour you get around 30% of battery life, but then the phone slows down the charging and the total charging time from 0 to 100 is around 2 hours with the supply charger. The display on the HOMTOM S9 Plus delivers a very decent viewing experience at the HD Plus resolution and 80:9 full screen or full view aspect ratio. The display is not the sharpest in the box and it's definitely not the best one in this price range, but it does get the job done. The sunlight visibility is okay, but I think it could be a little bit better considering this is a $150 phone. And next up we have a few gaming tests. So the HOMTOM S9 Plus, because of that HD Plus lower resolution, this actually do very well in gaming. Light to moderate 3D games will run great on the HOMTOM S9 Plus. So when it comes to frame rates, this delivers actually a very decent gaming experience. Because they want to make the phone very beautiful and opt for the glass back, this does have a con as a heat conductor, as the phone after 10-15 minutes of gaming gets a bit hot and starts to throttle. So you have a beautiful phone, but it does get a bit hot when you use for intensive 3D gaming for long periods of time. And next up we have HOMTOM S9 Plus camera review. Are the dual cameras on the back any good? The phone does come with that second camera just for the depth of field effect, and the both sensors are not exactly the same and are not used at the same time. Shutter speed on the phone is quite fast, and the camera on the back, the main camera is 16 megapixel, but I think this is interpolated from 13. The camera app is the stock MTK camera app, so you don't get pro modes or slow motion video recording. It does record full HD videos, however. And of course, speaking about the phone, you want to know about the photo quality, and I'm not impressed. The HOMTOM S9 Plus delivers what I believe is around $100–120 worth of camera experience. If you have very good lighting conditions, the phone will take an okay photo to use in social media, but as light goes down, there's plenty of noise and the photo starts to lose detail. And the same can be said about the front camera. I really don't advise you buying the HOMTOM S9 Plus as a great camera phone at this price range. Here are my final thoughts on the HOMTOM S9 Plus. So at an affordable price you get that big 80:9 display, beautiful glass back, good battery life, front fingerprint scanner, very good build quality as well. But the cameras are not very good on this phone. There is no gyroscope, it does get hot because of that glass back, and the phone is just a bit heavy for me at around 220 grams. You can buy the phone from the link in the description below. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to my channel for more honest hands-on reviews.
Stick around.